Boxers are unique. So Manny Pacquiao was a great champion, was great for boxing. His career is legendary. Naoya Inoue career is even more legendary.
Recent press conference ahead of their much-awaited fight in Tokyo, Naoya Inoue gave a stern warning to his opponent, Ye Joon, the Japanese boxing sensation, known for his devastating knockout power, made it abundantly evident that he is completely ready to defend his titles and is not treating Kim lightly. Naoya Inoue underlined that although he values his challenger, he is driven to prove once more why he is regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, with a reputation for merciless efficiency in the ring. His message was a clear indication that he is ready to present a performance that will leave no doubt about his dominance. The struggle between Naoya hardly at anything and Ye Joon Kim is causing a lot of noise among boxing professionals. Kim, on the other hand, is determined to prove that he can overcome the challenges and produce an upset in no ways. Naoya Inoue, known for his relentless pressure and knockout power, is looking to extend his remarkable record and consolidate his reputation as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Keys to victory are early pressure, stitching together combinations, and taking advantage of any weaknesses to guarantee another knockout. Kim will need to stand his ground with this heavy-handed power jab and avoid becoming frightened by the bright lights of the Iraqi arena.
はい、ありがとうございました。井上尚弥選手、そしてキム・イェジェン選手、お二方ありがとうございました。
The bout is planned to take place on January 24, 2025, at the Iraqi Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Inoue, known as the Monster, will be defending his undisputed super bantamweight titles, including the IFWBA, WBC, and WBO belts. He owns an incredible record of 28 wins, 25 of which have come by knockout. Kim, on the other hand, is a late substitute for Sam Goodman and brings a record of 21-22 with 13 knockouts. Kim, called the troublemaker, resolved to provoke an upheaval. Inoue is a heavy favorite to keep his titles. Kim has a puncher's chance and feels his diversified skills and foreign experience will give him an edge. The battle is expected to be an exciting affair, with Inoue hoping to add another knockout to his highlight reel, and Kim aiming to shock the world with an upset victory.
Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. So the replacement for Sam Goodman to face Naoya Inoue has been named as Ye Joon Kim. Don't know much about the fella, but he replaces Goodman on the 24th of January from the Ariake in Tokyo, Japan. Who wins and how?
Boxing lovers around the globe are eagerly awaiting what promises to be a thrilling showdown. Inoue has established himself as a force to be reckoned with in the super bantamweight division. His devastating knockout power, paired with his superb ring IQ and technique, has left a line of vanquished opponents in his wake. Ye Joon Kim, meanwhile, is heading into the ring as a tough challenger. Kim offers a unique blend of speed, agility, and punching power that has gained him respect in the boxing community. Despite being a late substitute for the injured Sam Goodman, Kim is not to be ignored. He carries a record that no one can break, and his ambition to make a statement on the big stage is palpable.
Naoya Inoue is taking on Ye Joon Kim, and Inoue is a sizable favorite. Kim is taking this fight on 8 or 9, maybe 10 days notice, very short notice. He's won 2 straight. He lost a fight prior in his U.S. debut. On paper, this stylistically looks like just a squash match for Inoue, but the cynic in me says these are the fights you got to be careful about, because when you start looking ahead in boxing, weird things can happen. Inoue is one of the 10 best fighters in the world, so you'd assume that wouldn't happen, but he's in his 30s in the lower weights, so weird stuff happens. Still, that being said, I'd be very surprised if he lost this fight.
The fight is planned to take place at the Iraqi Arena in Tokyo, Japan, a location that has held several high-profile events. The atmosphere is likely to be electrifying, with fans from all over the world tuning in to watch the clash of these two warriors. Inoue, fighting on home ground, will have the advantage of a friendly crowd, while Kim will be trying to silence the critics and make his name on boxing history. Inoue's journey to the top of the boxing world has been nothing short of spectacular, Born in Kanagawa, Japan, he began boxing at a young age guided by his father and trainer Shingo, and his amateur career was impressive, and he quickly transitioned to the professional ranks, capturing his first world title in just his sixth professional fight. Since then, Naoya Inoue has continued to dominate unifying titles and moving up weight classes with ease.
Sam Goodman was injured with the left eye, and I think there was an occurrence of that injury, and that's why the fight is not happening. Now, this poster has become this poster. Initially, I thought it will be hard for Inoue's camp to actually pursue the fight because the announcement of the postponement or the cancellation of the fight came, I think, within the month of the fight. The fight is due to happen January 24, and Kim was just identified, I think, less than a month. So it was really very brave of Kim to accept this fight. But at the same time, I understand this is a big opportunity that a lot of boxers wanted, So, but the real question here is is this fight even worth watching? Is this fight even going to be a real fight? Does this guy, Kim, or Ye Joon Kim, have a chance against Naoya Inoue? Now, let me give you a perspective first before we go on to details on what I think Kim should do and what is the chance, and of course, my personal opinion about this one.
One of Inoue's most memorable performances came in the World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight tournament, where he faced some of the division's best fighters. In the final, he battled Filipino legend Naoya Inoue in a bout that was later named the 2019 Fight of the Year. Despite suffering a fractured orbital bone early in the fight, Inoue showcased his grit and determination, ultimately securing a unanimous decision victory. Inoue's decision to focus the featherweight category is built in a solid awareness of his own physical capabilities. At this weight, he can optimize his power, speed, and endurance, which are the cornerstones of his fighting style. Inoue's explosive power has been a hallmark of his career, garnering him a reputation for stunning knockouts. His ability to create immense force in his punches while keeping lightning-fast speed helps him to overwhelm opponents with a relentless onslaught of assaults. This strategic choice indicates Inoue's dedication to his art and his goal to master his division rather than chasing fame or fortune through high-profile bouts in higher weight classes. Inoue concentrates on developing his talents and refining his tactics. He thinks that true success resides in continually dominating his division with accuracy and intensity. This attitude is a tribute to his discipline and his unwavering drive to being the greatest fighter he can be.
He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. Three of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
Naoya Inoue's victory over Stephen Fulton was a defining moment in his career, showcasing his prowess and solidifying his status as one of the top pound-for-pound boxers in the world. The fight took place on July 25, 2023 at the Araka Arena in Tokyo, Japan, where Inoue captured the WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight titles by defeating Fulton in the 8th round with a knockout.
He's already undisputed. Why is he staying at 122? Why is he fighting this guy? The thing is, though, he's coming up from, 115?
He started at 108.
108. This guy was tiny. Going up 126, that's another division. It's going to be his 5th, 6th division. I think that's why he's taking it a bit slow.
Of course, people are pushing him for 126, and I think at 126, we will see Inoue struggle a bit more, especially if you've been jumping so many weight classes throughout your career. Inoue may receive his first loss.
Kim, on the other hand, is from South Korea and has been making waves in the boxing world with his unorthodox approach and relentless aggression. His climb through the ranks has been distinguished by no great successes and a few losses, but he has always showed perseverance and an ability to bounce back stronger. Kim's most recent win against a top contender earned him this opportunity to face Inoue, and he is determined to make the most of it. In preparation for this fight, both fighters have been training intensively. Inoue's training camp has focused on refining his already formidable skills with an emphasis on speed, power, and ring generalship. His team is confident that he is in peak condition and ready to deliver another masterful performance. Kim, meanwhile, has been sparring with top-level opponents to sharpen his technique and strategy. He realizes the gravity of the battle ahead, but is confident in his abilities to rise to the occasion. The undercard for the event is as crowded, including several interesting bouts that will keep fans entertained. Jin Sasaki, a rising star in the welterweight category, will meet Shoki Sakai in what looks to be an action-packed bout. Sasaki, known for his explosive strength, will try to continue his ascent in the division, while Sak will aim to harness his expertise to earn a victory in the minimum weight division. Gioi Kobayashi will take on Yi Takada in a duel of young prospects. Both fighters are seeking to establish themselves as future contenders, and this contest might act as a starting pad for their careers. Moreover, Tsubasa Narai will fight Kai Watanabe in a lightweight clash that is expected to generate pyrotechnics. Narai, with his flashy style and knockout power, will be tested by Watanabe's technical prowess and resilience.
I'm proud of the fact that I put Inoue on my pound-for-pound list, I don't know, 3 years ago. Whatever it was. I don't even know how long.
That's true.
And no one...
You've been on him before I even knew who he was.
Ken, no one had him anywhere near it. They basically barely knew who he was, as you just touched on. And obviously he dominated Fulton, or at least put it this way, he established control right from the start. He made Fulton's a defensive fighter, a good counterpuncher. He made him concentrate more on defense and surviving than Fulton really wanted to early. He set the course of the fight, the mentality of the fight, the theme of the fight right from the start. And had him thinking of surviving more than he wanted to think of surviving, he being Fulton. I'm not saying Fulton wasn't trying to win. He was. He's a confident, very proud fighter. And he's very strong mentally, too. I'm saying that he never fully got a chance to get into a gear that he'd have liked to, where he could have gotten a rhythm going.
As the fight night approaches, the buzz around the event continues to increase. Inoue's fans are optimistic that their hero will once again prove his superiority, while Kim supporters believe that he has the tools to pull off a massive upset. The build-up to the fight has been marked by considerable media coverage, with analysts and pundits offering their observations and predictions. A victory against Kim would further establish his status as one of the all-time greats in the sport, while a loss might raise questions about his invincibility. Inoue has repeatedly stated that he is not focused on his legacy at this point, but rather on taking each fight as it comes. However, there is no denying that this bout carries significant implications for his career. For Kim, this fight represents the opportunity of a lifetime. A win over Inoue would catapult him into the upper echelons of the sport and open the door to even bigger fights in the future. Kim has expressed his gratitude for the chance to face such a high-class opponent and has vowed to give it his all in the ring. He knows that he will need to be at his absolute best to stand a chance against Inoue, but he is relishing the battle. Naoya Inoue, the reigning undisputed super bantamweight champion, is usually regarded the favorite due to his flawless record and great shape. Recognized for his devastating power and precision, Inoue has dominated top-tier opponents such as Stephen Fdon and Nonito Donaire, demonstrating his adaptability and durability. Analysts refer to Inoue's consistent activity, 4 fights in the previous year, and ire conditioning as elements that set him apart.
We got a nice fight coming up. This is a title fight, WBO Asia Pacific strawweight title between Goki Kobayashi and Yuni Takada. And Goki Kobayashi riding score 8-1-0, like 5-3, pretty tall for this. You can call it atomweight class. He's pretty tall for this weight class. I don't know how he shreds so many pounds. This guy is so light, so quick on the feet. He was better than Joseph Sumabong, Yuri Kanaya, lost to Jay Camparo, and he defeated Russell Neko, Marco John Ramantizo, but he prefers long wars. And Yuni Takada is 5'1", 62.6 inches of reach, and he outsmarted Shunsuke Issa, Yuri Kanaya, Katsuki Mori, Tetsuro Nakashima. This is a typical example of a fight that goes into deep waters. Though I believe Goki is going to edge him out because of better cardio. I give advantage to Goki, but I'm saying over 8.5 if I must pick a side.
Really solid combos, and he's a very good body puncher. He stopped a lot of his opponents by going directly to the body, so he knows how to land his blows with efficiency, but most importantly precision. He can provide good pressure. He's a good counter puncher. If he is going to beat Inoue, it is going to be by way of close range and applying pressure and aggression and just trying to out-physical and overwhelm, in a way, it's not going to be easy by no means.
As I said, I picked Inoue to win, but I thought it would be a much more closely contested fight than it was. And listen, I'm not dissing Fulton. He was just blown away by a person whom I now consider. I was wavering a little bit, you know, but I now consider after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent.
Yeah.
And Fulton is still a good fighter. I don't want people to start shredding him and throwing him under the bus. No, he's still a good champion. Well, ex-champion now. He's still a very good fighter who can come again. It's just that yesterday, man, he was in the presence of greatness, in my view.
Naoya gets knocked down in the first round. And I said, whoa. But he kept it together. It was like he was surviving, fighting back, and being defensive, like simultaneously, which I thought was very impressive. You get a mixture of, it's usually like one of the three. You got somebody who's trying to hold on and hang on and move, or you get somebody who don't know better and just trying to fight back. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you get the guy who's just straight defense and, you know, let me get through this round. He seemed to do a little bit of all three, which I thought was very impressive. And, you know, understanding Neri to have he came into the game in the US when he debuted out here. He came in out here having known to have some crazy power, you know. So when that first punch lands, I'm like, this might be something.
But if you try to outbox or try to be that mid-distance are against Inoue, he's going to pick you apart. So I think Kim's best bet is to try to overwhelm him and be physical and attack the body from in close range and try to smother some of the work that Inoue is going to do. Are you ready for an unforgettable night of boxing action?
Would you say the monster is multi-dimensional?
Yeah, of course.
But have you seen him legitimately be multi-dimensional?
Yeah.
From a standpoint of being able, obviously we know he can punch.
Yeah.
We've seen him get to the body. But
he's a box people
I really haven't seen him stay on the outside and counter punch.
Do you think that's what he's going to have to do against Fulton, though?
It's not the point. The point is you just call him the #1 fighter on the planet.
Pound for pound.
But you got to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Who they fight? I mean, you can say that for Crawford. Who they fight?
Yes. Right there, you were able to hit him. One more minute. Really hard to hit Crawford.
Lastly, Mike, do you think the winner, did you see the monster and everything? Yeah. Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is the best fighter?
Japanese fighter is the best fighter. Mike, in my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter.
Mike, the idea's been thrown out there for him to move up to 130 fights to fight Gervonta Davis down the line. Could you see that fight happening?
Yeah, listen, how much you want to move? He's 122 now, right?
He's 122. He'd be going to 135.
They fight 132, something like that. Both of them. Yeah.
Hey, give him a TV break. Give him a TV break. You got a TV break, y'all. One TV break. Come on, man. Get it for
Right handed against Spencer. Keep switching.
You should fight
Hey, Mike, we got arguably.
Thanks, Mike.
We got arguably.
I'm cool.
Right? He's nothing to lose. He's not an undefeated fighter. There's no other time for Kim that he's going to be able to fight for all 4 belts all in one night. This is his shot, or it's now or never for him, right? So when we go to the tape and we look at Kim, man, it looks like he can punch a little bit. Those 13 knockouts, you know, they have seemed to be knockouts that you can trust a little bit. Like, the man can punch. He puts together very good combinations, and he's a very good body puncher. He stopped a lot of his opponents by going directly to the body. So he knows how to place his punches with efficiency, but most importantly, accuracy. He can apply good pressure. He's a good counterpuncher. If he is going to beat Inoue, it is going to be by way of close range and applying pressure and aggression and just trying to out-physical and overwhelm Inoue. It's not going to be easy by no means, but if you try to outbox or try to be, you know, that mid-distance range against Inoue, he's going to pick you apart. So I think Kim's best bet is to try to overwhelm him and be physical and attack the body from in close range and try to smother some of the work that Inoue is going to do. You know that mid-distance range against Inoue, he's going to pick you apart. So I think Kim's best bet is to try to overwhelm him and be physical and attack the body from in close range and try to smother some of the work that Inoue is going to do.
Who do you think will come out on top? Will Inoue continue his reign of dominance, or will Kim pull off a stunning upset? Share your guesses in the comments below.